Hey everyone, welcome into TexAgs Rewind presented by Specs. And with warmer weather here, Specs experts are here to help you raise a glass to spring with seasonal savings on all of your sunshiny cravings. Pop into Specs College Station for great deals on this season's hottest sips. I was going to say tips, but sips as well. All right, David Nuno, Nick Savage. Nick, favorite part of the show?
I'm going to say Billy Liucci.
He was
favorite
good.
part. Yep. Lot of good insight today. A lot of thoughtful, deep conversation. Feel like it's very needed in this point in time.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll tell you another thing that I feel like we did today on the show, Nick, is I feel we're pretty, not that we're filtered per se, but I think we were very open about how we feel about the Buzz situation.
Realistic, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, the perfect word for it is awkward. It's awkward. So
it's awkward because there's a lot to like about that man, right? A lot. But he's put A&M in a weird position. So we talked about that on the show. We had Tom Hart on there. We had Michael Earley. That's another awkward topic. Not Michael Earley himself, but the team. The team has been bad all season long, and there's no sunshine at the end of that one. So that and anything else, Nick, that we had on the Rewind?
Olin. You said Olin. Yeah.
Yeah, we had Olin. That and more. It's the Rewind. The reason we're bringing this up is reports out that Buzz Williams wants that Maryland job, and nobody in College Station is surprised, right? Like, nobody's surprised that he's interested in another job. I think
Reportedly.
Reportedly. Who knows? He may, but
sometimes reports are wrong.
For a moment, I'm going to think to myself, be like, really? Maryland? Like, is that?
Well, one coach has left here from Maryland.
Yeah, I know.
I was going to say, one of the chicks that left me was named Maryland.
But not Monroe, right?
No.
You're not that old. Anyway, look, this is not the first time that we've heard of flirtation for Buzz. I just think it makes the situation interesting for multiple reasons. It sounds like a clean break, a good time to move on for both parties, right? Mm-hmm. There's a lot I like about him.
Well, here's what it is. If that's the case, if the reports are true, okay, let's always put that, because like Elko told us one time that he was reading about, so and so being interested or being offered the A&M job, and he said, and I had the contract on my table. We're just finished up, and I'm laughing at it. I'm laughing at what they're saying. So reports can be deceiving.
Sure.
But I think of it as a divorce. And sometimes people don't get divorced just because what it'll cost them in the settlements.
In the long, you know what? I don't want to pay this and that and give you the house and this and that, right?
It's cheaper to keep her.
Cheaper to keep. That could be a good TexAgs shirt. Cheaper to keep her.
I think it was a good movie back in the 60s.
That's a real movie?
I think so.
Oh, I think I want to watch that, the current version. Anyway, look.
Since we're talking about back in the day.
Yeah. There's a lot I like about Buzz. A lot. I love the young men that he recruits. I love how hard they play. But if he is interested in another job, okay.
Gavin Cash, he gets caught in between his decision-making. And then the next hitter, you guys bring the infield in and get the home to first double play. Just kind of take me through that sequence of where Cash was positioned, what he should have done with the baseball when he caught it, and through your lens, kind of ingesting that.
Yeah, I mean, that ball's got to go home. I mean, I can't remember who the runner was at third, but just how the speed of that ball was hit and the score, he needed to go home. And I didn't get a chance to talk to him about it just because he got hurt in that inning. And I just left him be because he was upset enough. So yeah, I mean, he's got to go home there. And then, we brought him in and our pitcher executed the pitch, and we executed that double play, which was huge. But yeah, on his ball, just how it was hit, speed of the ball, he's got to immediately go for there just to cut off the run and not worry about a double play.
Coach Earley, how hard has this been for you? This is supposed to be a glorious part of your career, right? I mean, the last few months, you've the high of becoming the head coach of a nationally ranked program to the struggles this year. I mean, do you even have time to reflect, or is it just looking ahead no matter what?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be lying to you if I said it's not tough, but I'm telling the truth when I knew this job wasn't going to be easy. I knew it wasn't going to be, it's not all roses, right? And that's the part. You know, for me, I definitely don't like losing, but I like challenges, and I like figuring stuff out. And I think you find out who you are, who the people are around you, and who your team is when times are at its darkest. And that's what I like about it. You know, I don't love being in it. I don't love having to like that, but yeah, it's challenging, right? But I think challenging brings out the best in people, and there's no quitting me, and there's no quitting my team. So we're going to continue playing, and hard is what it's supposed to be. What they say, if it weren't hard, everyone would do it. So I love my job, and I love my players. So we're going to continue to go out there and play our tails off.
Talking to Tom Hart here on TexAgs Live. Tom, let's go to the A&M Kentucky baseball series. You know the drama that happened yesterday. It's interesting because I think Kentucky, you know, Bronny talked about it in the last segment, they were just the better team. But the antics just doesn't sit well in the game of baseball. I know that you have to be impartial, look at the entire SEC, but it made for great television. I love seeing Michael kind of step up there like, what's up? You know, like I like that because I'm one a fight guy. That being said, it made for good television.
I look at it two different ways. Number one, these guys get paid a lot of money to win games. They don't get paid to make friends. Okay, so that first and foremost, Nick Mingione is there to win the game, playing within the rules, doing everything he can to win the game. That being said, I looked around this morning and I didn't see it, and maybe Bronny or somebody was able to accomplish this. I didn't see any quotes from Nick Mingione after the game. I'm sure they were in a hurry to get out of there to make their flight. I didn't see him defending his actions, whether in the game or, you know, crosstalk with the dugouts. I know Michael has had to reference it, and because they're the home team, obviously more media there to cover A&M. But I would love to hear Nick Mingione defend it and speak to it, because I think if you're going to do that, if you're going to use that as an angle to win the game, then you should answer for it after the game and explain yourself. I do think Kentucky's the better team right now. I think A&M's probably more talented. I thought Sorrell coming out and hitting a home run in his first at bat was fantastic. And there's other opportunities to win that game before it turns into, you know, a 4-hour game. That being said, I think it's fair to label those actions Bush League, and to give a coach a chance to defend those actions is what I would have loved to see. And they won the game. Like, that's the bottom line. Like, you can walk off the field, you can point to the scoreboard and say, hey, we took the series, we won the game.
I don't think Maryland wants them at the top of their list. That was what that's what I was told yesterday and Saturday by several sources, between Maryland sources and national basketball sources. The thing is that, you know, you're not going to get a comment from Buzz, and, you know, I reached out, but here's my thing. You're not going to get a comment of any kind, and I don't think I don't think he should. I think what he should say is, I'm staying at A&M. I don't know where this is coming from. I'm staying there. Here. You haven't heard that. So that right there in and of itself, and I know how coaches think. They go, why should I have to say that?
Yeah.
But I also know when everyone in the country, in the sport, coaches, players, national media at these various places will say that, you know, there are search forums for this thing throughout the country. Like, I don't think it's any secret that teams know that he's hireable. And that didn't just happen out of thin air. That's just the reality. So when you don't make a statement of like, I'm here, like, what is this all about? Why is this being said? Like, I'm under contract there. I'm happy there. When you don't say that amidst all these rumors, and again, like, I know a lot of coaches will think, most coaches will think, why do I have to say anything? Because there are rumors and I have to talk about rumors? There's, you know, but there's also a, like, come on.
We
know. Like, we know, meaning the whole country believes that.
Right.
Even if it's not true, then even at that point, you reach a point where you go, man, I got to recruit there. I got to have fan support there, and you can complain like Bruce Pearl did for Buzz after that game against Auburn, which I thought was complete crap, because what Auburn's doing right now is different than what A&M's doing. Auburn started without a lot of fans there, even though they hired a big-time name under Pearl. They started without a lot, and they built up. Auburn's going to their second Final Four under Bruce Pearl. There's a big freaking difference. It's a massive difference.
Yep.
They spent most of this season as number one. It is not the same. And their arena is about 8,000 or 9,000.
Nick, you don't have a light on, but I want you to, shed some light on what people should do afterwards.
Well, you should like, you should comment, you should subscribe, keep it posted for more content, and maybe head over to TexAgs.com and get all the Liucci nuggets as this Buzz situation unfolds.
By the way, I really like that clock behind you. Really good.
Oh, it's also, it's got some baseball scores coming up. Yeah,
I can't read that. But when it said 11:30, it was beautiful. It's the Rewind. We'll see you next time.